to be here. A lot of old friends I had to visit with you. It's been a long time. I was, you can tell by the color of my hair, I was at St. Andrews teaching a long time ago. And back in 71 to 79. And I was the first high school football. And so it's always a pleasure to come back and visit with old friends. And I went out on the field the other day, and Coach Bradbury, both of them are old friends of mine. And you're lucky to have the younger Bradbury, the head coach, as your coach. Well, he's one of the best coaches and one of the best high school coaches in Mississippi, and a fine fellow as well. And his brother is too. He's just a character. You know Randall or not, but you need to get to know Randall. It's really an honor for me tonight to speak on behalf of Mike Warwick. Mike was my running back in 1974 on a team that was one of the best teams in St. Andrews history. And the words that best describe Mike, let me just start it that way. When he was an athlete at St. Andrews, he was dependable, he was intelligent, he was dedicated, talented, conscientious, hardworking. He was a quiet leader, but a leader. Task-oriented, fierce competitor, but in a sportsmanlike manner. He was a good citizen, good teammate, and dependable. And I think I said dependable earlier. Let me say it again. He was dependable. Mike showed up, regardless of the situation. One year we had a starting defensive end, one of the early years. He didn't show up for a game. Some of you remember, Fish Scales was his name. And Fish didn't show up. He was starting defensive end. So on Monday I said, Fish, where were you? Fish said, my cat died. Now, I don't have any problem with our love for animals and for pets. But it seemed to me like a wait for the cat could have waited 3 hours. But Mike always was there, and we depended on him, and he never let us down. In today's world, the squeaky wheel often gets most of the attention, and Mike was not a squeaky wheel. He never complained about the work or the preparation it took to be ready to play a game. He did not need the constant complimenting. He did not require constant adulation. And sometimes, because of that, he was overlooked for praise allocations. But he was like all of us, though. He rose to another level when he did get some recognition that he deserved. He was not the fastest tailback who I coached. He did have deceptive speed, but he was not the fastest. He was certainly not the biggest, but he was very durable, and if he was injured, I never knew it. He never complained about anything. Plus, he had the support of a good athletic family who knew the sacrifices that being an athlete required. His sister Pam, who's here tonight, was one of my best tennis players. His mom Sue, who's here tonight as well, and his father Joe were not only supporters of St. Andrews in its athletic program, but they were good friends of mine. Their home was a place that I would often retreat to relax, and we played all kind of backyard sports of various kinds, tennis and horseshoes and badminton, And it was highly competitive, but it was a lot of fun. Everybody in the family would compete, and those were fun days. And I'll never forget their hospitality and their kindnesses to me. Mike is the type of athlete who often gets overlooked by these kinds of awards. He's never one to blow his own horn, never one to ask somebody to go to bat for him. For that reason alone, it is fitting that as fine as an athlete as St. Andrews has produced is going into the St. Andrews Hall of Fame. I want to thank the Hall of Fame committee, my good friend Jim Peoples, and any others who made this happen. Congratulations to Mike Warwick. I truly know of no one more deserving.
Thanks so much, Andy. I really, honestly, sincerely mean that. I really do appreciate it. First, I'd like to thank the Academy. I have always wanted to say that. But there's, you know, I thought about what I was going to say, and about, you know, going back to my first grade teacher at St. Andrews, Sister Simmons, and then going to Miss Hill and all that. But I said, no, that's not it. But there's the other side of the story, and I'll give you the couple of memorable moments from my perspective. Attended St. Andrews in the 1st through the 6th grade. Back then, it was limited as to how far you could go. Long story short, transferred my senior year back to St. Andrews. Decided to play sports, and I mean, why not? It's a small school. I mean, look at this talent here. 5'7", 130 pounds. I run a 4.240. That's 4 minutes and 2 seconds. I mean, sure they want me. So we have practice in the summer, and, you know, Coach Mullen has us out there. We're working hard. We're ready for the game. And I'll never forget this first game we go out there. You know, we're all out there warming up, and the other team comes out there, and it's, I mean, we were in this conference where we were playing Raymond and a lot of these larger public schools. So we go out there, and, you know, we're out there all, maybe 18, 19 of us. We didn't have enough to scrimmage. So we get out there, and the other team starts coming out there. You know, and it's like, about 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. You know, and their smallest guy, it would take 2 of our guys to, you know, equal that amount of weight. So I'm starting to have second thoughts. We're standing up for the invocation and the national anthem, and I start, you know, everybody lines up, and I'm looking over there. I just go, look over there at our guys. I'm looking at Coach Mullins, I'm like, really? For real? So I was fortunate to be on the kickoff return team with my teammate there, Jim Peoples. So we go back, and I gotta admit I'm a bit nervous about it. So I'm back there, kickoff, and I'm like, I look at Jim like, yours. He's like, no, yours. So I catch the ball, and, you know, after getting hit probably by 7 or 8 guys and getting up, I'm like, well, okay, butterflies are out now. We'll get in the huddle. We'll call us a good running play. I was the tailback. We'll call us a good running play. So we're all in the huddle. Bradley McNeely and other teammates in there. Bradley was a good football player too now. So we're in the huddle, and Bradley's trying to call a play, and he goes, hold on just a second. So Bradley takes 1 step back, starts throwing up. He's back in the huddle, he's calling the play, and I'm really feeling good. So fortunately, it was a running play for me, so I, you know, go out there, get the handoff, close my eyes, and just run for my life. Get tackled, and I get up and hand the ball to the referee, and when I look down at my hand, you know, it's like this. I don't think they're supposed to do that. But in all seriousness, we had a great time. We had a great team. We were down probably 14 points at halftime. And I'm like, going into halftime, I'm like, this is good. You know, we're only down by 14 points. I'm still alive. I've only got a broken thumb. Nobody's dead. I think we're going to make this. We're going to survive. All we got is like another half to play. We'll be doing good. I figured Coach would be happy about it. Well, that's not really how he took it. So we get in there and he educates us and gives us a definition of what a candy ass is. Right? I'm like, well, okay, that didn't go over too big either. So we come back out there and step it up, and we decide we don't want to be candy asses, so we win the game. Well, shortly thereafter, there was an occasion, I can't remember, it was, I don't know if it was a birthday or something. Something came up and my parents had given me a gift. It was in a little box. I said, man, this is going to be good, you know. So I opened the box, and and you got to figure, guys, this is back in 1974. I mean, guys wore bracelets, and it was cool. It was a cool-looking bracelet, man. I mean, I looked on my dad, look at that. I looked on there, and it says, candy ass. Boy, that's nice. So, the other thing is we went 8-2 that year. We actually got invited to the red carpet bowl in Vicksburg, I believe. I understand that we would have gone 10-0 if Jay Steen hadn't screwed up a couple times. Oh, I'm sorry, Jay. I'm just kidding.
Oh, Dennis.
I'm not even going to. No, we're not. But to me, it was really amazing what we did accomplish. You know, the odds of us doing what we did with what we had is unbelievable, and I think it's just a matter of we had great coaches back then. We believed in each other, and that's, you know, one thing that will always stick in my mind. My senior year was probably one of the best years of my life. I played football, basketball, baseball. I had a great time. I just met some wonderful people, and what sticks in my mind the most about St. Andrews is everybody was a family. And I sincerely mean that. And I don't mean just your co-players. I mean your teachers, people that work in the cafeteria, the janitors. I mean, everybody truly cared for each other, and I don't see so much of that these days. You know, it's more independent stuff. But I mean, I had great times, and I'll tell two other quick stories. I know we're time limited, but I played basketball, and I was the most valuable player. So you can tell again. I mean, I think Jay was on the team with us, and Jay will probably remember this. I know Jim Peoples was. We played. I think it was Episcopal, if I'm not mistaken. They had a guy named Jerry Patton. And Jerry Patton.
Ollie Blood.
Was that Ollie Blood? I told you they remember. And this guy could shoot. I mean, he ended up going to Jackson State on scholarship. He may have gone pro. I'm not sure if he did or not. Goal number one for us was to win the game. Always, right? Well, that lasted about 2 minutes. We came up with goal 2 and 3. Goal 2 was don't let him score 50 points. Goal 3 was don't let their team score 100 points. We won the goal. We lost the game. And the last quick story, and Coach Barquette's here in baseball, I was the privileged to win the Golden Glove baseball award. Sometimes stupidity pays off. And the reason I say that is because we were playing, Piney Woods, Harrisville, somewhere, and I was the left fielder out there, right? So I was a little rusty. I hadn't played in a couple of years and all that, you know. Guy hits a long ball, so I just turn around and start running for the ball, you know, like here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. I'm not even thinking about a fence over there. So, I mean, I catch the ball, and next thing I know, like my feet are off the ground because it's a cyclone fence with that barbed wire and stuff across the top. I'm hanging up. But it did give me the Golden Glove. It was all work. It was all work. But lastly, I want to thank, and Coach Mullins touched on it, my family. They've always been there for me. They've always been very supportive. I love them to death. Especially, I want to say thanks to my mom and my dad. I lost my dad a couple of years ago, and they were my two biggest supporters and fans. And I don't mean just for football and basketball and baseball. They really supported me my whole life. I'm sorry my dad's not here. He would just be thrilled. I know he is. He's got a big grin on his face right now. So I want to say a special thanks to Mom and Dad. Coach Mullins, thanks so much for everything you've done for me. You'll never know. You and Mike Marquette both will never know how y'all influenced my life. Seriously, and I mean that seriously. And I want to thank the board here, and it's a great honor, great recognition. I really sincerely appreciate it. So, thank you.